Those of you who have been playing Skyrim long enough, and I'd assume that's most of you, have most likely grown fond of one weapon or another, a longing to place whatever it may be gently into someone's internal organs. But just what is it that draws people to these weapons in particular? The Iron Sword. Ah yes, where better to start than the first weapon many of us pick up, assuming you chose Hadvar, which you should. But personally, I've always had a fondness for the Iron Sword, a rugged piece of metal bashed together with the sole purpose of inflicting pain. It's a simple design, but a cool one. I've always preferred it to the steel sword, and as terrible as the damage may be, if this is your sword of choice, you're probably not worried about anything except making your character look like they could twist the head off a bear. And hey, anything can be broken with enchanting, right? Next, we have Wuthrad. Oh, come on, it's Wuthrad. The joke basically writes itself. Next up is Chillrend. Ah, Chillrend. If you're a Chillrend enjoyer, you're probably just upset. You're upset you have to go through almost the entire Thieves Guild questline to get it. You're upset that the enchantment has that annoying leveling thing that means you need to be above level 40 before you pick it up or it'll suck. And you're upset that people don't appreciate how cool a blue glass sword really is. It's me, I'm the Chillrend enjoyer. Next, the Ebony Blade. You are a psychopath. Next up we have... No, hang on. Sit back down, Ebony Blade people, you don't get away that easy. It's not just killing NPCs that makes you a psychopath. It's that you know exactly who you're going to target. You know exactly where they are, you know their routines, and you know how to kill them and get away with it. It's concerning, honestly. And I have a weird feeling most of you are really efficient at Stardew Valley. Next, we have Every Bow. Look, guys. I get it. We all do. It's okay. We're just worried about you. Every crossbow. Well, at least you're trying, I suppose. The Blade of Woe. You'd rather be playing Oblivion. Wind Shear. You're really annoying. You play fighting games and spam the same combo over and over again until the other person quits and leaves you forever. And you just sit there laughing like the evil person you are. The Rueful Axe. All three of the Rueful Axe enjoyers out there fall into two camps, possibly both at once. Either they are like the Iron Sword enjoyers, except taken to the extreme because you can't even enchant this thing. I genuinely think this might be the worst weapon in the game. Or Camp 2, they just think the idea of being tricked into getting a terrible reward from the god who loves screwing people over is a really neat detail. And I wholeheartedly agree. I just also wouldn't be caught dead with the thing. Stalrim weapons. If you like these weapons, you also fall into one of two camps. People who love that they get a passive 25% bonus to frost enchantments, and people who did not know that, but now also love that they get a 25% bonus to frost enchantments. The Dwarven Black Bow of Fate. This bow has its own section in here because this is for the people who are truly lost in the Archer Nightmare. This bow has become their favourite through sunk cost alone because of the massive pain in the ass it is to get the thing. Don't tell me it's the aesthetic, it looks like Daedric if it was depressed. Pray for these people. The Nightingale Blade. You're just like the Chillrend people, except edgy. Keening. You'd rather be playing Morrowind. The Knife and Fork. A Knife and Fork enjoyer is a special kind of person. The kind of person who enjoys tea from a northern English county. The kind of person who lives a perfectly balanced life. God, this would be a good place for a cameo, wouldn't it? Mirax Sword. Oh, come on, this joke is even more obvious than the Wuthrad one. The Bloodskull Blade. Now, what we have here are people of fine taste. The people who value utility and doing a job properly. Not a liar or a cheat rests among the number of these exquisite people. Man, no one is going to get that joke. Dawnbreaker. Ah, Dawnbreaker. The people who love this weapon the most are truly those with the strongest wills. We all know how cool Dawnbreaker looks, the unique effect it has that can scorch a room of undead in seconds. But how many of you out there see that beacon in a chest and just turn around and leave it there? These people would never do that. And my god, I salute you. Dragonbane. You just like that swooshy thing the lightning does. Daedric weapons. If these are your favourites, then you were almost certainly a 2000s emo kid. And yes, I am wearing Daedric armor in this video. Mehrunes Razor. And finally for today, it is Mehrunes Razor. Honestly, you people might be the real psychopaths. Nothing gives you more joy than that rare one shot on a boss enemy. Maybe you even reload the game as many times as you need to get that perfect clip. But hey, I love that quest. The stuff in the shrine respawns after a while. It's great. The Mace of Molag Bal. Up first we have the Mace of Molag Bal. This, like many of the weapons we talked about previously, is a rule of cool weapon. It can certainly be handy as a means of soul trapping if you don't have one already, but aside from that, the enchantment isn't anything to write home about. But if this is your favourite weapon, you're a mix between the pure aesthetic lovers we saw last time and also someone who appreciates a nice quest reward, someone who wants to earn their cool new toys. It is pure copium though, go get something with a real enchantment. Volendron. Sticking with our Daedric theme, we have the Warhammer of Malakath, Volendron. This dwarven warhammer was wielded by the first dwarves to settle Hammerfell, and now you use it to cave in your enemy's skulls, safe in the knowledge that you'll never run out of stamina for power attacks. This is a true bonk build weapon, and if this is your favourite, then there really is nothing anyone can do to change that. Bound weapons. Ah yes, the ethereal implements summoned from Oblivion. These are incredibly powerful weapons, having base stats equal to some of the most powerful weapons in the game, and having some neat conjuration perks to go along with them, like banishing undead, and of course can be used in situations like breaking out of prison when your regular weapons would be stripped away. Having said all that, if these are your favourites, it is just because they look cool, let's be honest. The Axe of Whiterun. No, it isn't. Dawn God Rune Hammer. Now, here's an interesting one. The Dawn God Rune Hammer. If this is your favourite, I imagine you're quite disappointed that the rune it creates does regular old fire damage as opposed to sun damage. And if you weren't, you probably are now. Bound Bow and Zephyr. Despite having sections for both bound weapons in this video and all bows in the last video, these two get their own category for one special reason. As slim as the chance may be, as unlikely as it is, you just might be one of the few people not to opt for the stealth archer playstyle, and in fact be one of the far cooler and very underrated combat archers out there. You recognize the potential in the faster drawing and firing of these weapons and capitalized on it. And I salute you. Blood Scythe and Soul Render. If these are your favourite weapons, you probably once looked up what the strongest weapons in the game are, found an article that mentions these in the armor set they're connected to, and just never looked back. Or you just really like pirates. Champion's Cudgel. This is not your favourite weapon. This is your favourite enchantment. And whenever you get it, you're plagued by indecision as to whether or not you should disenchant it. Maybe another chaos enchanted weapon will come along. Maybe I'll get some good use out of this, you think to yourself. Before you either cave or throw it into a chest and never look at it ever again. Dragonbone weapons. Now the people who love these are people I respect. They looked at that smithing chart, saw what was at the top, and had all the information they needed. High damage, enchantable, cool looking, made out of actual dragons. Not a bad thing to say about them. Well, unless you're like an animal rights activist or something. The Ghost Blade. What? Really? This thing? I mean, I guess it looks cool, but it just sucks. You guys need better judgment. Magic. Nerd. Skyforge steel weapons. If you enjoy these weapons of the Skyforge, then well, realistically, you probably just like steel weapons but want something with more damage, but perhaps there's more to it than that. Perhaps it's the art of working towards their creation, of working through the companion's questline to gain the ability to finally craft these weapons for yourself. The steel of province-wide fame is now yours to shape at your will. It's one of those two, probably. Nord hero weapons. Similar to the last one, except you're this guy. Nordic weapons. Well, let's just be real here, you like these because they look cool. And they do look cool. What it says about you is that you can see a thing that looks cool and think that it looks cool. So well done. Skyrim Warhammer. Ah yes, the Skyrim Warhammer. You may be surprised to see this here if you've watched the previous entries, as I've already covered all the Skyrim weapons, but this one also fulfills another purpose. The Skyrim Warhammer caters to those who pride themselves on being practitioners of the mighty bonk build. So to all the Sir Bonkulons of this world, I salute you. Akaviri Sword. If your favorite weapon is the Akaviri Sword, you are a person of pure determination. This is a weapon that can only be acquired through either the misdirection perk or the reverse pickpocketing technique. And who the hell can be bothered to go through all of that on a DLC character? The Master Sword. You play Skyrim on a Nintendo Switch. I can only apologize. Silver weapons. Why? I mean genuinely, why? You can't even smith these up to make them better without modding the game. But regardless, I'm not sure these people even exist. Have you ever seen someone using one of these? I haven't. The Long Hammer. Something, that's what they used to call me back in college. Red Eagle's Bane. You have low standards. The Dawnguard Rune Axe. You know that it's bugged and you abuse the hell out of it. And frankly, I respect that. But yes, for those of you who don't know, the Dawnguard Rune Axe is supposed to increase its damage for each undead slain per day up to a maximum of 100, but the counter doesn't reset daily like it should. It's honestly a pretty damn good weapon. Ebony weapons. If you were unaware that you were actually cleaving into people with a sword made of the crystallized blood of a god, then maybe now ebony might be your favorite weapon type too. Grimsever. You're a simp. Well, I think that'll likely be the last one of these, but if you do have any more you'd like to see added to the list, then do be sure to leave them down below, and of course, check out the other 2 videos in this series if you haven't already, and subscribe for more Elder Scrolls content. Goodbye for now.